That's it. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Joaquim, Luis, Nicole,
Good
Ricardo.
morning.
We're here for one more immersion in English. Today you talk about the Ableism. I chose this topic when our president Lula had a hip surgery and needed to use the walker. Do you know walker on the door? And made he said something like he wants to see with the walker, and maybe it's always looking cute without the walker, of course. This word generated a discomfort in people with disability, and then the president was called ableism. All right. So this moment, I think, oh, it's a good topic to discuss about this. So let's go the presentation. I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have two sons. I graduated in physical therapy and physical education. And in my free time, I love to dance. I love to work out. I love to eat. And sometimes I love to cook too. And what else about me? I'm here host in Talking Talk since August the last year. I love to learn in different language, and that's it for me. And you, Nicole, it's your first time here?
Uh, isn't my first time. I think the last week I was in the same class. I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago, but um, I'm doing talk and talk maybe 3 weeks, I think. And
Right.
about myself, I'm 22. I live in a small city near Curitiba with my fiance and my two cats. In my free time, I like to read books, learn languages, and I don't like to cook, but I do.
You need to
And
do, no?
yeah, um, and I like to take care of my plants and watch movies. I love to watch animations, and I think it's it.
So nice, thank you. I remember now that you said you live with your fiance and your two cats. I remember
Yeah,
now. So
and I'm learning French.
all right. So and you, Luis, can you introduce yourself, please?
Well, I'm Luis. I'm 52 years old. I am a professional with more than 25 years of knowledge in several IT areas. I'm a calm guy. I like to stay home. I really enjoy my home. I'm excited today because I have an English interview after the class. So I'm using the class as a warm up for the interview. I'm really excited. I have 4 dogs. I'm volunteering in ONG Cara de Medicão, which we use it to visit hospitals, nursing homes, schools, autistic schools, cancer centers with the animals to do therapy assisted dogs. My dogs are training. I have 4 border collies trained for do the assist therapy dogs. And that's it.
So nice. Good luck in your interview.
Thank you
It's
so
today
much. It's
after this
today,
immersion? Yeah.
10:30.
All right.
10:30.
Good looking.
Thank you.
And you,
Luis,
Sir Joaquin, can you go ahead?
I'm sorry. I sent a link to Luis. He said he work here with IT, and this is a Google site which have
Interview warm up.
questions. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much.
So nice. Great tips. And you, Sir Joaquin, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, of course. My name is Joaquim Maia. I am from Portugal. 77 years old. In these months of March, on 26th, I turn 78. I am married, retired, already retired, with a son, a daughter, and three grandsons. In my free time, as a retired, I have some free time. Then I would say I like to walk in the morning. In other days, I like to go to the gym. I like also to read or watching TV, the news of the day. More. I like to sing. I like to sing, to dance, as Bruno. And I like also to gardening here in my yard. But now it's not good for the works in the yard because it rains a lot here in Lisbon, in Portugal. This weekend it was boring because we could stay all the weekend at home. It rained a lot. Then it's not good. It's not good for me to seed or to plant the vegetables in my yard because the the soil is so wet to make the plants. I like dog, I like pets, but in this moment I have not pets. I had already 4 dogs here in my around my house to keep and to guard my house. But in this moment I have not pets, and that's all about me.
So nice, Joaquin. Thanks so much. So I like to sing too, but I understand that I sing very badly. So every time my son said this for me, okay, I accept. So, and you, Ricardo, can you introduce yourself and tell me about the pudim and quindim? I love this name.
Well, I'm Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, is the first city of Brazil. I'm married. I have a daughter. As Bruna told, I have 2 cats. My pets, Quindim and Pudim, and I love watching movies, hang out with my friends, my family, walk on the beach. São Vicente is of course from São Paulo, so it's near from the beach. Sometimes I go. I should go to the beach more times, but I don't know. Sometimes you live on the beach and a lot of people have this dream. I would like to live near from
Close
the
to
beach
beach?
because I would go every day. But well, I was born in Santos and live so after when I was 9 years old, I moved to the São Vicente, and so I live all my life in this region. So I don't go to the beach.
All the time, I
Yeah, exactly.
imagine. So nice, Ricardo. Thank you so much. So for you, Ricardo, can you start? What do you understand by ableism? And have you ever been or are you a capacity?
Sorry, could you repeat, please?
The number one, what do you understand by ableism? And have you ever been or are you a capacity?
Well, I couldn't say that I'm an expert, but well, nowadays and since a long time ago, it's possible to reach a lot of information about this topic. For the other hand, is for me, first of all, is a common sense. You are an honest person. You like to do good things, and for example, provide education for your family, for your kids. So in this case, in my opinion, is part of our responsibility. Take care of our family and provide for our family information about this. The respect is not exact. If this person is a old guy, is a kid, so doesn't matter. When you talk about nature, human being, you should be a respectful person. So in this case, this kind of person is just one more that deserve respect. So in this case, sometimes is that certainly there are some informations is not so clear for us how
Yeah.
to should talk with them or other things, but the essence of our relationships should be respectful. So if
Yeah.
you provide respect for this person, certainly you don't face problems, and these persons are humans too and deserve respect, deserve have a best life as they can. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. You need to respect everybody, no? For me, ableism is a discrimination or prejudice related to those who have physical or mental disability. It's not a physical, in the first moment, I think it's the physical, but in the other moment, I understand that the mental disability is the problem too, no? And well, I understand when we are children in my time, of course, we do, it doesn't have a bullying. So today, all the time you said about you listen about the bullying. So I understand that in the past I was capacity because I said for my colleague, for example, you are bem blending, ceguinho, something like this, because you use the glass, for example. So, oh my gosh. Today I'm graduating physical therapy, so I work with many disability persons. So I need to respect, of course, and I understand more, of course. No. And for you, Luis, what do you understand by ableism?
As I told you in my presentation, I am volunteering in a project called Medicom. We use it to visit hospitals and autistic schools where we are in contact with those peoples. So it's very important to be respectful and help them to acquire the maximum uh, effort to have them into the society because they need the help.
Yeah,
I don't say if I am a capacitist, but I do know that they really need help. It's
yeah,
important to help them, but on the other hands, I would say that maybe they can live the life. The world is not prepared for them.
yeah,
I believe the world is not prepared for them.
yeah. Interesting, your work, volunteer work, and so nice. Thank you, Luis. And you, Nicole, what do you understand by ableism?
Well, I think ableism it's even more than just integrating society, but you have to know how to integrate and not apart the people with some disability to the normal tasks you have in your in a school, for example, or even in your job. Sometimes you have someone with some, I don't remember, with some mobility problem or mental problem is not the word, but I forgot how to say.
Mental disability, maybe?
Disability, yeah, this is the word. And I think I think I was capacities in some time in my life, because it's not a thing you are learning how to deal, and you have to learn in practice. So in school, for example, sometimes it's hard to integrate people with disability, and the kids, when you are a kid, you sometimes are mad with other people, and but now I work as UX designer, and have and try to have um, try to not be capacitist when you are drawing. Some products are really important, because when you are doing a site on an app, you have to think about people with blind or people with mobility disability, or and even these things are very discussed in my job. So I'm learning a lot about it, and I hope to not be capacities never in my life, but
In the past, probably.
yeah, but in the past, it's probably a mistake I commit.
I got it. So that's it. So nice. Thank you. It's a good job, Nicole. And it's very good and important, very important job that you developed. And so, and you, Joaquim, can you understand that by Ableism?
Well, in fact, I had never seen this word before. I needed to look it in the meaning in Google. Then yes, I understood the meaning. Ableism is the discrimination,
Yeah.
discrimination, and the social indifference against people with disabilities. Unfortunately, nowadays you can see some people look for that person with some indifference, with some discrimination, maybe. Today, maybe nowadays, maybe less than in some years ago, maybe, because nowadays we have also, as Luis said, they work in one association. Here we have also some association to help families with families, sons or daughters, or other families with that problems with ableism. We have some association that helps that families. It's much better nowadays, but in the other times it was very difficult because we don't have many places to help children growing in best conditions.
Right.
But nowadays the things here in Portugal, and I think in the other countries, the things nowadays are turn better nowadays.
Yeah, but for you, the question number 2, do you have any type of disability, or do you live with someone who does, or do you know someone or no?
For me, fortunately, I never had problems with my capacity or in my family. But yes, I know some people with some problems in capacities, essential for walking. I know some friends, they need to use the wheelchairs, cadeira de rodas, wheelchairs to move. I know some people here where I live. I know other people's other friends. They have mentally problems also. In this moment, many people appears with problems, capacities. For example, it's very usual nowadays. People with the Alzheimer problem, for example, they 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 get that problem with the age 50, 60 years old. Nowadays, I know some problems with that mental problems with
Yeah, it's
Alzheimer.
complicated.
I know some friends with that problem.
Yeah, maybe the mental disability, it's worse than the physical disability because it's terrible to identify, because I understand maybe like this, no?
For example, here my sister-in-law live here, my neighbor here where I live. She has a sister with 60 years old. She appeared with the Alzheimer problem.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
in a house nursing because she can't to live alone in the house.
Yeah,
Then
it's
they need
complicated.
to put them in the uh, nursing house.
Yeah. So nice. It's terrible. I understand. I don't have a disability, but I have a vision problem. I myopia, and I needed to use the glass. I need to wear glasses since I was child, and today I wear a contact lens. And but for example, it's 4.5 the degree graus. I have the problem, the myopia. It's terrible because if I don't if I don't wear the contact lens, it's impossible to see. No, that's it. And for you, Ricardo, do you have any type of disability, or do you live with someone who does?
Uh, well, I believe that is uh, I'm well, I have some experience. Is sometimes is different because when you, for example, this person is very close of you, part of family is different, and but I have two relatives have some kind of uh, uh, problem. I'm not sure if exactly a problem, but special need is better to say. And this the perspective is change a lot, because when
Yeah.
I participate in a group and help persons if have special needs, but it's different. It's different. And the perspective is very different when you is a part of your family or not. But I
Yeah.
try to do my best, and the from nowadays is I have a different perspective from when I was younger, and I believe that is part of is in my opinion is a work in progress. You have you reach some improvement day day after day. Is a continual work, and I expect in the future I could improve more and try to provide
Yeah.
a better relationship. That's it.
That I want for everybody that improving more about this, more maturity, about disability, about this discrimination, the prejudice. It's terrible. That's it. And you, Nicole, tell me your opinion about this.
Well,
Do
I
you
don't
have
have
any type of disability?
I don't have any disability. I use glasses, but it's not a problem. And in my family, doesn't have anyone with some disability, but I worked with people who is blind, and I was the first person who needs to help her. So we have a lot of contact, and I help her with pay accounts and have a good experience with. I work at the bank, so with the ATS, the Caixa Eletrônico, and it's so difficult to see how the products are not designed for her. So the cell phone is not able to to express what he was trying to do, and how the door. I hate this door because we have to go in front the cabin and wait for the security, open the door, and enter in another cabin and go to left, and I wait for the door open again and go. So we don't have any sound to to avisar,
To help.
to help to see the door was open, and don't have any type of sign to people with blind about how the door was working. So I always have to help.
Yeah.
And it's not that I think you don't have any times a person which can help you. The people need to have a good experience alone, because they don't want to have someone helping her and every time. So it's really hard.
Yeah, I agree with you. Really, really hard. And for you, Luis, do you have any type of disability, or do you live with someone?
I use the glasses too, but I don't think it's a big disability. It's normal for me. But I used to visit hospitals for mental ill, and I saw so many sad stories. Stories where parents leave their children hospitalized because they don't know how to deal with them. Sad story. There was a little kid that the father beat them so much that they had problem with mental health. That was a sad story for me. And I visited autistic schools too, and I see so many childrens. But I was watching TV Saturday, and I saw one autistic person in Calderola. That was amazing. He has hyper focus on music and was played so well. So it's a matter of question eh, to realize that they can live by themselves.
Yeah. So interesting, no?
Yeah.
That's nice. So let's go the next question for you, Ricardo, about I think the number three. It's so nice because interesting about the jokes. How does ableism differ from the discrimination? Do you remember any jokes, any special about this? Any jokes that could be considered ableism? uh, ableism. For example, in my case, all the time I think, oh my God, if someone do something very slow, for example, for me, he is retarded. Are you retarded? Something like this. Are you deaf? Are you blind? Are you mute? Né? Você é cego? Você é isso? It's a it's a joke, maybe, you know, or it's a phrase that have ableism. And the other that this I use a lot. So if the person is lazy, so you said he's a armless John, João sem braço. So the first moment, oh my gosh, yes, this is a capacity. So interesting for me because all the time I use this phrase for like a joke, but it's not so good, no. If you think serious about it, it's not good. And you, Luis, do you remember any joke that could be considered ableism?
I use the same jokes as you. Are you blind? Are you retarded? I use it to use the same phrases, but now I don't use it anymore, and I stopped to use. But one was a kid in the 80s, is in the schools was normal.
Yeah, very
Was
normal. For
pretty
the
normal.
children, it's normal, no? Like I
Yeah,
said, it's not bullying. But if you think, yes, it's a bullying.
yeah,
No?
it's a bullying.
Yeah, and for you, so Joaquin, do you know the different jokes? Jokes. It's very interesting. Jokes, no? No jokes.
Yes, I think there are other forms of ableism than for the people that have some the disabilities. For example, in schools between students, for example, we can observe some discrimination with students that they don't have any disabilities. For example, there are students, for example, if they are fat, very fat, for example, it's the sufficient to consider when the discrimination for other people, for example, for the other people that they have some other consideration, they can have some discrimination between the other students, for example. Uh, uh, nowadays, for example, it's very sad. It's very sad. But for example, for students, for example, they belong a poor family. For example, they feel some discrimination. They are discriminated not for any disabilities, but something for other consideration in their lives maybe for many reasons. For for example, the children, the teenagers nowadays, they are very severe between each other. We can observe here in some schools here. There are maybe gangs. It's not the right word, but they are factions of students. They fight each other between each other. For example, to consider some discrimination between them. Then I think it's very kinds of the discrimination.
Yeah, so Joaquin, it's so nice that you bring forward about the discrimination, especially at school. No, all the time you have this. And one question for Nicole. Do you
For example,
believe?
true, sorry, more one thing. For example, we between the children, the children with the color black, for example.
The
Black color,
racism?
black
Yeah,
color.
exactly. I know.
Black color.
That's
It's usual. It's usual that teenagers or that children they suffer the discrimination only because they are different color. It's horrible, that situation.
It's terrible, I agree. All prejudice, I understand that it's terrible, no? And especially about the racism, I understand it's very
Yeah.
homophobic, think like this. And of course, the capacity, that's it. And for you, Nicole, do you think you work something with help any anyone with someone with a disability? But do you believe in inclusive education?
Sure, of course. I think inclusive education must have people like this type of school which englobe everyone and tries to be more inclusive. It's a good first step to more inclusive education. And I think the education had to be about how to include these people and also how to learn the normal people how to deal with the different types of disabilities, because it doesn't matter if you are if you know someone with disabilities or you don't, you have to know how to deal with the different things you must have in a normal situation. So I think the inclusive education, it's not about only about the school, but about the warnings in bus or in trains, which learn how to deal with o cão de guarda do, eu esqueci como que chama, the dog with people with blind, and ele teach how to don't feed the animal, or don't fazer carinho, don't touch the dog with to a person with blindness. And this kind of warning are important because you learn not only in the school, but also in the normal life, in your routine.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I understand that inclusive education, we have who have a big challenge is the teacher, no? Because oh my gosh, if you needed to teach for 1, 2, 3, 30 students, it's complicated. If you will have one more disability, so it's complicated. I understand it's a big challenge. I worked in the education ministry in the specific area, the inclusive education. So I understand that it's a big challenge for the teacher. So that's it. And you, Luis, do you believe in the inclusive education?
Yes, I believe. Usually, when I was in the high school, there was a class, as a special class, only for disability people. And then I believe that that was not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to have them with the normal people. Normal, let's say
Yeah,
normal, yeah. Who is normal?
exactly.
But the best way to have them prepared for the market, the professional market, is to have them teached by the same way as the other people. That room, that classes, exclusive classes, doesn't work anymore. They need
Yeah.
to stay in the same room as the normal people, let's say normal, but without disability people.
Yeah, it's interesting because you said about the exclusive education for disability. So it's complicated, you know. If I have if I have a son with disability, se eu tivesse, if I had it, maybe I have it yet. Son with disability, maybe I would prefer to put him in the exclusive education for
Yeah,
him because it's more attention, more pay attention for him. Maybe you understand that the teacher knows the problem, knows how to teach these students maybe.
from the
But I
other
am
hand,
go ahead.
let me put some pepper here.
All right.
Autistic people needs to have special classes. They have classes with animals, with horses, with music. They have special schools for them. We should improve improve their apprentice more. In certain parts, I believe that they need special classes.
All right. I understand.
It's
So
true,
yes,
it's true, it's true.
go ahead. Okay.
Sorry, here in Portugal, there are horses schools for the autism the people. It's like Luis said, the horses. It's very good for the autism children or teenager had classes in horses.
Yeah,
They
I work
improve
in
they improve a lot their abilities. They improve a lot their abilities when they have classes in with horses.
yeah. I work in the past with how do you say this? Ecoterapia with the horse and in special for autist. So a good job. I love to work in this moment, but it's nowadays I work in the public service and it's okay. And about continue the questions. About, let me see, about the society.
Bruna, about the fourth question, do you believe
Yeah,
in
yeah, so
inclusive in
good
the,
questions. Go ahead.
I believe, and I agree very much with inclusive education with the people with the difficulties. Here in Portugal, nowadays the big companies, the big factories, for example, essential public service. They had also uma percentagem
Oh, yeah.
the people with disabilities, essential in call centers. In call centers, they use many people with disabilities working in call centers, and in the other big companies. They have one agree between all the big companies to have people with disabilities. For example, at where my daughter worked at a bank, in her work, they have three person with disabilities.
Yeah.
For to do sample service between the other reputations. They have for the sample service people with disabilities.
So nice. Yes, here in Brazil, we have to the law that is if there are people with disability in the company, they get a tax discount, something like this. No, it's so nice. I understand it's a good way to include this person.
It's good because it
So
was
nice.
one incentive for the
All
people.
right, yeah,
They consider
course.
they are considered integrated in the society. It's very good for the people
Yeah.
with that problems.
That's it. And for you, Nicole, do you understand that the society is prepared to combating ableism?
I think it's more than have a law or have the obrigação to include these people. The society has a culture about this type of people, and the culture are step by step trying to be less capacitist and be less preconceituoso about these people. So I think we are having going to a good way, going to a good place with this team, because my generation are a little capacitist, and so it's bad. But my sister-in-law, for example, she was 18 and she don't agree with any joke, and she corrected the older people about, hey, you are saying something that's not good, it's not kind. And I think the next generation will be more prepared to deal with all these people.
Yeah.
And I think it's a step by step.
Step by step, that's it. I understand that Curitiba, you said you live in there?
Yeah.
the city with great accessibility, with the bus, with the many structure,
Yeah.
Yeah, so nice. And Luis, the last question for you. Do you think our society is prepared to serve people with disability?
Today, more than 10 years ago.
Gracias. Thank you, God.
Yeah, but I still believe that there are so many things to do before to include those peoples in our society. I believe that there are some improvements for physical capacities, physical disabilities, but not for mental disabilities. I believe that we need to be more prepared. I believe that the new generation is going to get more improvements,
Yeah,
but it depends on our politicians
a lot, of course.
a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you. The politicians is very important. Like I said about the law, if you have this, maybe it's necessary to put the disability, people with disability in the company if you want the tax discount. So nice. I understand. A good politician, no?
Yeah,
Here in Portugal, we have already when in our government we have uma deputada, uma representante of the people with disabilities. Portanto, há uma deputada na Assembleia da República, cega, blind, que representa, portanto, todas as pessoas com problemas de desabilidade.
So nice. It's so good when you have the representation of people. So nice. Thank you so much. Our time is up. So thank you, Joaquim. Thank you,